Hey guys, so today in this video I'm going to be telling you guys how you can get more wins in Apex Legends and how I've gotten most of my wins. So let's just get into it. The first tip is going to be having great positioning, because if you're in good positioning you're just going to be able to hit other teams easily and they won't be able to hit you easily. Like if you're on high ground behind cover, you're just harder to hit. So I would recommend being on high ground behind some cover. And yeah, that's the first tip. For tip number 2, use guns that are going to be fitting your playstyle for that game. So if you're going to be playing more medium ranged, use the R301 and something else. And you can use a close range gun because you're probably going to get in close range encounters. You're going to get pushed. So have an R301 and another gun you're comfortable with, probably a shotgun or like an R9. My favorite for going for wins is a 301 and EVA. So that's the second tip. The third tip is going to be playing with your teammates, like playing with people you know. In this gameplay I'm not, but play with somebody you know who is good, because then they're going to be rezzing you. They're going to be helping you get the win, and it's just easier when you have more people to play with. Because if you're trying to 1v2 or 1v3 the whole game, it's going to be harder than 2v2ing or 3v3ing. Because sometimes randoms just will leave, or they're AFK, or they won't respawn you. So that's the third tip. Fourth tip is going to be having good rotations. Because if you don't, then you're just going to get caught up rotating, trying to get into ring. And you're gonna die because you're gonna get shot from another team. And so you can rotate early. Sometimes it's better to rotate early if there's high ground you want to be on in the next zone, or you know other teams are gonna be going in after you, so you can kind of hold them out. But sometimes rotating later is better, because sometimes everybody's gonna be watching for that team that goes to rotate out early in ranked or whatever. So it just depends on the situation, really. If you think that you're gonna get shot at by a bunch of different teams if you rotate too early, then try and rotate behind them, because you can shoot them while they're running behind. And when you're rotating, if you see the little thing under the map, the numbers, it goes ring closing 1 and 2. You're not gonna be wanted in ring closing 3, because that does a lot of damage. Or anything before that you can really be in with no problem. So that's the fourth tip. Fifth tip is going to be taking smart fights. So what I mean by this is, don't fight someone if you know you're going to get third partied, because then you're just going to die. So if you see a fight opportunity but it's too risky, don't go for it. But if you are getting third partied and you get stuck in it, you can try and run away, because another team might come in too. And a smart fight is always going to be third partying. That's always going to be a good opportunity for a fight, because you're coming in when they're low. It's kind of a scummy thing to do, but it works the best, and that's why everybody does it. So that's the fifth tip. The sixth tip is going to be running good legends. Like, if you're playing with other people, so this kind of ties in with playing with someone you know too. But if you're playing solo or something, maybe Lifeline isn't the best choice, because her main thing is her reses and her passive, and you're not going to be able to use that. So what I mean is, like, pick a mobility legend most likely. Octane is really good right now. You can always have a Bloodhound on the team, he's really good right now. Gibby is really good in 1v1s. He's almost impossible to beat in a 1v1 because he has fortified and he has that arm shield. So he's really good. So I would recommend having like one mobility legend and a tracking legend like Bloodhound or Seer, and then it's up to you really. For the next one, you could probably have like a Gibby or another mobility legend. But for the main mobility, I would use Octane, because he is really good right now. He's one of the best in the game. So that's the sixth tip. The seventh tip is going to be picking good landing locations. So if you're going for a win, you might not want to land where everybody else is landing, because odds are you're not going to get a gun and you're going to die instantly. So pick somewhere with good loot, but not a lot of people land. like in Kings Canyon, that can be Gauntlet or something. A lot of people sometimes land there, or like artillery or something. Just somewhere with good loot that you can rotate easy and that you know the building locations and get familiar with most landing locations. So I'll help you out if you need to rotate there or just anything like that. Next tip is going to be maximizing your settings. I'll come out with a video for that. But you're going to want settings, mostly advanced look controls if you're on controller. You're not going to want to go with the basic sensitivity, because you can really get good settings that you're comfortable with for an ALC or advanced look controls. Like I'll come out with a video next week or maybe under that. But what I mean is, like, if you're playing Lifeline, you're gonna want like maybe a slower sensitivity so you can have higher aim when you're playing back, because Lifeline you're supposed to be playing behind your teammates. Or if you're playing someone like Wraith, you're going to want to run probably a high sensitivity, because you're going to be in close range fights most. I'll come out with a video like that to give the best settings in my opinion. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope this video helps you and you're going to get more wins with it. And the rest of the gameplay you can watch if you want to. It's just me getting a win, but it's not the best game, but it's still a win, and I'm using some of these tips. Don't mind the spam ping. But yeah, hope you guys go out there and get some wins. Bye.
We're already in the next. Wings up. Reloading.
Down that one.
Gotcha.
They actually got heat.
How about no more dying today? Only 2 squads left. Home stretch. Care package coming down. Not much of a chance for this squadron.
Reloading.
Round 3. Beginning ring.
Contact.
Nice. We're already inside the next. Abandoned in my sights. Wings out.
Yo, replicators coming in for a landing.
Closed door over here. Reloading.
Need more juice. Using a Phoenix kit.
Wings up. Charging up my shields.
Come on.
Wings out. Got a bandit. Fire.
Charging on my shield.
Reloading. Mayday. Crashing and burning over here.
How that feels?
Sighted.
You are the Apex Champions.
Adifum says, "You kept stealing my kills.